narrator to tell a story is an important part of the job of a fiction writer. The type of narrator will determine the story's point of view, the perspective or standpoint from which a story is told. In the first-person point of view, the narrator plays a part in the story. Readers can identify this point of view by the narrator's use of I. In the third-person point of view, the narrator is outside the story. Readers will recognize this point of view by the narrator's use of he, she, and they. Writers also determine if the point of view will be limited or omniscient. Limited narrators don't know every thought in other characters' minds or every event in the storyline. The word omniscient means all-knowing. So omniscient narrators will know everything about the characters and the story. As you watch this short video based on the book The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, think about the point of view from which this story is told. The story begins with Nick Carraway, a quiet 30-year-old man from the Midwest. He's come to New York to learn about the stock market and make money. His neighbor, Jay Gatsby, is a mysterious rich man who lives in an upper-class section of Long Island, New York. From a poor upbringing, Gatsby yearned to be wealthy and established so he could win back the love of a woman he once knew, named Daisy. He eventually earned his fortune through organized crime. Gatsby gained the reputation for throwing the most extravagant parties. Nick describes,
"It was music from my neighbor's house through the summer nights. In his blue gardens, men and girls came and went like moths among the whisperings and the champagne and the stars."
When Gatsby moved to Long Island, he discovered that Daisy, Nick's cousin, was already married to a wealthy man named Tom. Gatsby asks Nick to arrange for them to meet so that he and Daisy can get reacquainted. Gatsby is noticeably nervous. Daisy and Gatsby realize they still have feelings for each other, and they begin an affair. Tom becomes suspicious that Gatsby is in love with Daisy. He confronts Gatsby and forces Daisy to choose between them.
Daisy's leaving you.
Nonsense.
I am, though.
She's not leaving me. Certainly not for a common swindler who'd have to steal the ring he put on her finger.
Please, Tom. Let's get out.
Daisy ultimately chooses to remain with her husband, but Tom insists she ride home with Gatsby so he can gloat.
Go on, he won't annoy you. I think he realizes that his presumptuous little flirtation is over.
While driving home, Daisy accidentally hits and kills a woman. Gatsby takes the blame for the crash. In an act of revenge, the slain woman's husband kills Gatsby. Disgusted by this lifestyle and actions of the people around him, Nick moves back to the Midwest to live a simpler, more honest life. Now, let's take a closer look at the point of view in this story. Nick is the narrator in this story. Does Nick play a part in the story, or watch from outside? Nick is a character in the story, neighbor to Gatsby and cousin to Daisy. He tells the story from a first-person point of view. Everything the reader learns is from Nick's perspective. Let's look again at Nick's description of Gatsby's parties.
It was music from my neighbor's house through the summer nights. In his blue gardens, men and girls came and went like moths among the whisperings and the champagne and the stars.
Here, the first-person point of view gives the reader a vivid and very detailed picture of Nick's experiences and observations. The reader also learns about his tastes and opinions. Conversely, a third-person narrator would tell the story from the outside looking in and would give a more objective description. How much does Nick know? Limited narrators don't know every thought in the characters' minds or every event in the storyline, while omniscient narrators know everything. Since Nick only knows what he observes firsthand and what other characters tell him, we can determine that Nick narrates the story from a limited first-person point of view. The story's point of view is the perspective or standpoint from which a story is told. Select 3 or 4 books you might want to read. Scan the first page of each and identify the point of view.